No?
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Smack your head in a low
Is there a point to this line of questioning?
Just wondering.
I thought it would end here. Young Master Hawke destroyed Flint Company. None remain. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Hawke? We were just talking about you.
Saying good things, I hope.
Many people in Kirkwall have good things to say about you.
I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
I think I've met Lord Harriman.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johane Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
Is there any peaceful way to resolve this?
If you treat the Harrimans like those mercenaries, you could start a war. Go carefully, Sebastian.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Isabella, you look well.
Are you talking about the flush on my cheeks? It must be the whiskey. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
The search for this thing has consumed you. Let it go.
I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Do I get a kiss from the feisty temptress when I present her with the hard-won prize?
If you want. I'll even let you choose where I plant it.
Yes, I'm still here. What do you want from me?
So you are here.
Go away, Sigurd.
That's enough, Alistair. I think you've wallowed in self-pity long enough, don't you?
And what am I supposed to do?
Start again. Come with me, back to Ferelden.
Oh.
You could get another cat, you know. There's one in the Lowtown market with a litter of kittens ready to wean.
Don't pay attention to Templars, Qunari, or politics, but you notice kittens.
Templars, Qunari, and politics don't meow and attack your feet when you're buying food.
Are there any tabbies? I'd like a tabby.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawke. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
After everything that happened with Bethany, that's probably good thinking. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
Kirkwall needs me.
If nothing else, you give this town respectability, my friend. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Down with its waste. Fitting.
But at least it's clean. Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Isn't that the point of magic?
I don't want to know.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
Don't tell me these things. I might have to lock you up to keep them off you.
They're not so much interested in me as destroying my kind and all I represent. The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
If they want you, they'll have to come through me.
Just being with me puts you at risk. The Knight Commander has declared supporting apostates a hanging offense. The thought of them hurting you. Everything I've done to control this. I don't care. I would drown us in blood to keep you safe.
I don't want to see you lose yourself. To the Templars or justice.
How much is left if you strip both those out? The world needs to see men like you, who do not fear to stand openly at a mage's side.
Have you heard from your sister? Is she settling in all right with the Circle?
I thought you and Bethany didn't get along. Why are you worrying over her?
I'd be terrified in her shoes. Surrounded by strangers. Watched all the time. We didn't always agree, but she's a sweet girl. I would never wish that fate on anyone.
Our mother checks on her frequently. She seems to be adjusting.
Maybe it's nice for her to finally live without hiding. She's strong. If anyone can get through this, she can. Don't blame yourself.
If I'd gotten home sooner, she might still be free.
Once the Templars knew, nothing you could have done would have saved her. Things will be all right. Somehow.
You really don't have a temperament for a slave.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I'm just wondering how your master didn't kill you.
How have the Templars not killed you?
I'm in charge.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport. Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Three years. There's still no sign of Daenerys. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Daenerys killed him. Either way, if Daenerys is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Yes, but... Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
You start over. Isn't that what you want?
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
I might be able to help with your problems. Or give you a few more.
More problems than you normally do, I assume. You're a handsome man, Hawke. Is there no one else who has your attention?
I didn't quite catch that first part.
I don't need to repeat the obvious, I'm certain. I'm an escaped slave and an elf, living in a borrowed mansion. None of those things bother you.
Why do you think that would bother me?
You are not most people, clearly. You raise an interesting point. I'll have to consider it. Last bottle of the Egregio. I've been saving it for a special occasion.
And what's that?
The anniversary of my escape. Astia Vala Firmundis. Care to hear the story?
I thought you avoided talking about this.
Not on special occasions.
I enjoy listening to you talk.
And I enjoy a man willing to speak his mind. Let's see. You've heard of Saharan? The Imperium and the Qunari have fought over the island for centuries now. I was there with Daenerys during a Qunari attack. I managed to get him to a ship, but there was no room for a slave. I was left behind. I barely got out of the city alive.
I thought Daenerys considered you valuable.
He wasn't given a choice. The look on his face as the ship pulled out was priceless. There are rebels in the Saharan jungles called Fog Warriors. They found me and took me in, nursed me back to health. I stayed with them for a time, until Daenerys finally came for me.
Were you with these Fog Warriors willingly?
I'd grown fond of the rebels. They bowed to no master and fought for their freedom. It was beyond my experience. When Daenerys came, They refused to let him take me. He ordered me to kill them. So I did. I killed them all.
Why would you do such a thing?
It felt inevitable. My master had returned and this fantasy life was over. But once it was done, I looked down at their bodies. I felt I couldn't. I ran and never looked back.
Couldn't you have found other Fog Warriors? Become a rebel?
Even if I did, I felt unworthy. I had no way of knowing if I could truly escape from Denarius then. I didn't even know what that meant. I simply had to get away. I stowed aboard a ship to the mainland and moved south, chased by my former master every step of the way.
I have to wonder why you stayed with Denarius as long as you did.
You have not been a slave. A slave does not dream of freedom or wonder at possibilities. You think only of your master's desires and what the next hour will bring. It did not occur to me that I could be anything else until I had a taste of it.
But there are stories of slaves rebelling all the time. They did in Kirkwall.
The ritual that gave me my markings also stripped me of my memory. Whatever I was before may as well have never been. Perhaps if I knew, I might have felt differently.
How well did you know these Fog Warriors?
I knew them only a few months, but in that time, I felt as if I truly lived. They were bold, strong, free with their affections. I was in awe of them and owed them everything. And I turned on them even so.
Didn't Denarius stop you?
The rebels had wounded him. The soldiers he brought attempted to capture me, unsuccessfully. It was weeks before Denarius was able to mount the hunt in earnest, but by then, I was already gone.
This can't be easy to talk about.
I've never spoken about what happened to anyone. I've never wanted to. You and I don't always agree, but...
You don't need to say it. I understand.
Let's just say you've earned my respect. A last toast, then. To the fallen. Did I hear correctly? You are an abomination.
Why did you shout? I don't think everyone heard you.
Do you see yourself as harmless, then? An abomination who would never harm anyone?
I did that at the behest of no demon.
So we agree that it doesn't take a demon for someone to be a vicious killer.
I was hoping you'd come. You did so much for my Fainriel already, but... I visited him among the people, but he turned me away. I know the demons still plague him. And now they've taken him. 2 days ago, Fainriel went into a nightmare and hasn't returned.
He can't be woken up?
The Keeper says he is near death. His lips still fog a mirror, but that is all.
Surely there are mages who can pursue him in the Fade.
I have contacted Keeper Marathari. The Dalish have an ancient ritual that might help. But it requires someone Fainriel trusts to enter the Fade to free him.
This is hardly my area of expertise, but is there anything I can do?
Marathari is coming to perform the ritual that will bring Fainriel back. His childhood things here will help anchor him.
The Fade is a place for mages, not for people like you and I.
The Keeper will delve into the ancient magics to protect this half-breed. She wouldn't do so for me.
I've already called for the Keeper. We need to begin the ritual as quickly as possible. Would you like to stay here or return when she arrives?
This is too urgent to delay.
You have been far kinder than I had any right to expect.
I came quickly, Ariane. I did not wish to tell you by letter how grave your son's situation is. The magic he possesses makes him what the Tevinters called Somniari, a dreamer. Dreamers have the power to control the beyond, what humans call the Fade. Fainriel is the first in 2 ages to survive.
Why are they so rare?
Dreamers have great power in the Fade. They attract demons. Luckily, most prove too frail of mind to survive a demon's possession. A dreamer abomination would be near unstoppable.
Is there a difference between the Beyond and the Fade?
They are the same. By either name, the Fade is the realm of spirits, Thedas' heart, while the mortal realm is its strong arm. The demons who live there covet the bodies of mortals and seek to possess them. Only mages ever touch the Fade in a waking state. Others see it in dreams.
What exactly are we going to do here?
The elves of the Dales were experts in the Somniari arts. They could even help those with no power enter the Fade. I have done my best to recreate the ritual. We will use Fainriel's childhood home as a focus to draw him back through the Veil.
What can a dreamer do?
Dreamers are unique for their ability to enter the Fade at will, without the aid of Lyrium. In the Fade, they can shape dreams, and even affect the world beyond the Veil. Tevinter Somniari used to enter the minds of sleepers and slay them in their dreams.
Just send me into the Fade.
I told you he was amazing.
Now, Ariane, please excuse us. We must prepare.
Oh, of course.
There is more I must tell you that is not for her ears.
Is Fainriel in danger?
Indeed. And the danger may not come from what you think. Fainriel cannot become an abomination. The destruction he would cause is unimaginable. If you cannot save him from the demons, you must kill him yourself. A death in the Fade will make him what your circle calls tranquil. He will be no threat after.
I will not let him become a danger.
I wish you luck. Now, gather a team, and we will begin. Choose carefully, for all will face temptation.
I worry what a journey to the Fade might bring out in me.
Can I come? I'd love to see the ritual. And I promise I won't be a bother.
I have no desire to explore the Fade, but if you need me, I will go.
Let us begin.
I had not thought to return in such a way. It is good to feel the breath of the Fade again, not the empty air of your world.
You look different.
I am Justice. Anders has told you of me. Come. I sense Fainriel's mind straining. We will not have much time. Well, it's rare to see two forgotten magics in one day. It's usually a slow place, the Fade. Not many surprises. I wasn't sure I'd like this one, but it has potential. A demon of sloth. It exists to make men forget their purpose and their pride. Do not relax around it. Call me Torpor. I have a proposition that might interest you.
I will not give in to temptation, fiend.
Have it your way.
Now you fall! Nicely done.
That's it, Fainriel. Hard on the downstroke, then lift. Good. I'll have you scribing all my letters soon. If I'd known you were such a brave lad, I'd have brought you into the business years ago.
Does that mean I can come with you to Antitha, Father? Mother said maybe this summer. Right, Mother?
Your father never wanted anything to do with you. Don't trust him.
Why are you lying to me?
Don't listen, son. She's always been ashamed of you. She wanted you gone, so she could go back to the dailies. I'm the one who loves you.
But... why can't I remember you?
This is a trick, Fainriel. He wants something from you.
Why... that's right. I spent my whole childhood waiting for you.
Your mother never allowed.
My mother loves me. She showed me the letters she wrote you. You never wrote back. And it was Mother who taught me to write, not you. I've never met you before. Who are you?
Don't question
me. You turned him against me.
Leave now, and I will not pursue you.
You cannot negotiate with demons.
You can't honestly believe that will happen. You have cost me a dreamer, but at least you will provide me a death.
My people, I present to you our hope. His features may mark him as human, but in his heart beats the blood of the Dales. He came to us to learn his heritage, to release the power from a lineage as ancient as our race.
I don't know what to say.
This is a trick.
First Enchanter, what are you doing here? Mother told me the Dalish are honorable. Why would the Keeper lie?
Why would she entrust her people to a human?
You are one of us, Fainriel. Your magic will restore our greatness.
But you told me this magic was outlawed for a reason. Even the Dalish don't practice it anymore.
Could the elves trust you with the power to shape reality? Could you trust yourself?
Don't listen to him. The First Enchanter is trying to keep you from realizing your greatness.
Trying to keep me from temptation. Just like you were. You're not the Keeper. Be gone, fiend.
You. Why did you interfere?
With my power joined to his, Fainriel would have changed the world.
The boy only wants his freedom, not your power.
Those who are free to choose always want power. You think your friends are different? You think this elf, with her innocent face, would turn down a demon's offer? She didn't before. How about it? Would you take what I offered the boy? scion of the Dalish, savior of elvenkind.
Can you do that?
I am the greatest of my kind. Whatever tricks your little pet has taught you will pale in comparison.
Demons always turn on you in the end.
I cannot put you ahead of the fate of my people.
You took my dreamer. Now you'll take his place.
May Andraste guide you!
I'm not sure if this is real. If so, it is the second time I owe you my life. The Fade feels different now. I see the stitches, the seams holding it together. I feel I could wake at any moment.
Dreamers control the Fade and the dreams of people in it.
I see why the Chantry fears us. I've heard tales of Magisters who stalk their enemies and use their own dreams to destroy them. You're right. I must master it. Find someone to study under. The Dalish do not have what I need. Perhaps Tevinter. If these powers can be trained, it would be there. My mother would not look kindly on such a journey. Can you give her my farewell?
May the Maker guide your path, Feynriel.
Perhaps. There is a way out of this. I can do this.
Feynriel has mastered his powers.
Then he lives. You saved him. I cannot thank you enough. Keeper Marathari, may I return with you to the Sunderlands? I would like to ask for my son's forgiveness.
Of course. It was you who chose to stay away.
He must go elsewhere to train. There is no one in Kirkwall to help him. He asked me to say goodbye.
My son? No. I must find him before he goes.
It is wise for him to seek guidance. Kirkwall cannot provide what he needs. I truly did not think what you did was possible. You are a rare human indeed.
You have my apologies. It is easy to forget that one cannot bind demons with words.
Your friend awakened here some time ago. No one is immune to a demon's offer. You accomplished a miracle with Feynriel. This book belonged to the last dreamer of our tribe. It has a rare magic beyond price. Please, accept it with my gratitude.